Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I always like to address you guys and say thank you so much for the new subscribers, my recurring subscribers. Just thank you guys so much for the overall engagement that you guys put into this channel. I appreciate that so much. A lot of you reach out via email, a lot of you comment on the videos, and I absolutely love that, and I'm so thankful for all of you guys. It makes me feel really great that, a lot of you feel comfortable sharing your stories with me. I just really feel truly blessed to have so many supportive viewers and supporters and, followers in that general, that it feels amazing, guys. It feels amazing to know that a lot of you guys are just very happy from hearing back from me. And I promise you guys, like, if I don't respond right away, I will respond as soon as I see your guys' message. So, I'm very, very open person, down to earth, and if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, I will try my hardest to help you guys. Please excuse my background. I live in a ghetto trailer, so I am in the ghetto, ratatata. I'm a hood girl. I think most of you guys know that, like, I am a single mom. I don't have a whole lot, and everything I do have, I work very hard for, even if it's crappy. But anyways, yeah. So, like I said again, I just want to thank you guys so very much for, all the love and support. I do also want to kind of quickly just have you guys go on over, if you guys have a moment or time. There are a few friends of mine who are also sufferers, who are on the YouTube community, who I have, I chat with often, and they have helped me quite a bit. We all kind of help each other, encourage each other, and stuff like that. And if you guys are ever interested in reaching out or being added to the groups, feel free to reach out and ask for that information as well. But my friend Zach actually wanted me to mention him in my video, in regards to him helping other sufferers who are looking for work at home. Gosh, why every time I try to tell you guys something, I sound like a complete goofball, like trying to explain it. But finding at home jobs, yeah. Why does it sound so bad when I'm trying to say it? Work from home, whatever. I am currently trying to find a work from home job, and he is helping me build a profile on LinkedIn with, like a basic, geez, every time I try to think of something, the words are just gone. And I swear to you guys, like, I always know what I'm going to say to you guys. And then it's just like, brain fart. But yeah, I can't think of it right now. Jeez, why? Anyways, he wants to help build, profiles and, make resumes, okay? He wants to help you guys make resumes. For those of you who don't know how to make resumes, or who don't have the time like me. I mean, I recently did make a resume on Indeed for myself, but, I just really don't have the time to kind of go through and do a whole lot. And when on my days off, like, typically what I do on my days off, like, I had this weekend off, and literally, I spent that going out with my kids. I love my kids. They take up all my time when I'm, off of work. So typically we go out, we get out of the house, we go shopping, we go on dinner dates, lunch dates, and that's what we do. Like, that's just what we do to kind of just, ease ourselves and just forget about all the drama and everything else that's going on in normal life. And from them going to school all week and me being at work all week, we kind of just like to enjoy ourselves and go out and go for walks, or go out and have tea, or go out to eat. Like I said, my eating habits are always up and down. I'm not gonna ever lie to you guys. There's weeks where I eat really well. During the week, when I work, I typically am very strict on myself, and I follow a very low choline diet, typically just salads at work, ton of greens. I have been drinking my kombucha again, and that's the video. Today I'm gonna actually show you guys how I prepare my kombucha. where I get my scobies from. I will share that information. I'm not gonna show you guys, but I will just tell you guys that I actually order my scobies off of Fermentaholics. Sorry. Fermentaholics is usually the site that I go through. You guys don't have to utilize that actual vendor. You guys can utilize any vendor. Just go on Google, type in scobies, and you know, you can get them off of Amazon. You can get them off of, you know, any other vendor. They're not very expensive, guys. They average anywhere from, you know, like 9 to, I want to say like $20. But after you factor in shipping and all that good stuff, I mean, you're probably going to pay $25 or so, $20 to $25 for your scobies. Now, one thing I will say is that if you guys are, you know, big on using Facebook, which I personally am not. I have Facebook, and I have a lot of people on Facebook, but honestly, I touched base with Facebook a long time ago, and it's just really something all I ever use for family. I think most of you guys, I don't know if most of you guys, I've told this or said this in videos, but I'm originally from California, the Central Valley, and all my family's out there. I don't have any family here in Kansas, and this is where I stay. But yeah, so I typically, you know, just keep that on there for that reason. But there are, you know, TMAU groups on there. There are fermenting groups on there. So if you can find your local fermenting group on Facebook, then you might be able to reach out to one of them and see if somebody, a lot of them won't sell you things, okay? Because I did actually reach out to a local fermenting group here in Kansas, and they told me on there that they don't actually sell anything, that it's just all, you know, tips and tricks and stuff like that, and they show you how to like learn how to ferment and sauerkraut and, you know, apple cider vinegar, kombucha, certain things, you know, and how to can stuff. So I think that was really cool. But you can actually reach out to some of the people. They're very sweet, and they are willing to send you a SCOBY. You just have to pay the shipping cost. You know, so that's also something that you can look into, or maybe you just meet up with a person, you know, if they have like maybe ask them if they're at like a farmer's market, or, you know, if they, you know, wouldn't mind you meeting them at like somewhere public, and you know, get the SCOBY through them that way. Yeah, so, and maybe you just give them gas money or something in return. I don't know. Just saying. But yeah, so, but me personally, like I said, I actually just get mine through Fermentaholics. I just find it's easy, but the only thing is the wait time, because you definitely want to start the kombucha ASAP, you know, because it does take a while to ferment and brew. Now, typical kombucha only takes about a week to 2 weeks. You guys want, for us sufferers, we want our kombucha to go at least a month or a little bit longer. If you can get it to go a little bit longer, because you want it to be very strong and very vinegary, okay? So that's just one thing. And so what I will say is, get yourself a bunch of glass jars, a bunch of big glass mason jars. Me personally, I stopped using the 1 gallon ones. I had about 3 of the 1 gallon ones, and I recently just purchased 2 of the half gallon ones. I do utilize the big ones still, but I try not to use too many of those, because they take up a lot of space in this tiny trailer, and my kids don't like the smell of kombucha. They're like, Mom, move that crap out of the way, like it stinks. So and I have jars all over. So because again, another thing is with kombucha, it takes so long to brew. So once you have one brewed, you want to make sure your next batch is coming up soon, or, you know, you want to brew multiple batches at the same time so that they're all done. And once you go through one, you're going to go through quite a bit pretty quick. So I don't know if I told you guys before, like, if you can stomach it, try to take about 3 shots a day of kombucha. So that's typically what I do. It does help. Nothing ever really seems to help me during my periods and if I'm eating bad. So when I eat really good, that's when I have the best results when utilizing certain things. I will tell you guys that I have recently started juicing just celery. Now, I know in the past I told you guys I would juice celery with like cilantro, parsley, green apple, pineapple, cucumbers, and things like that. Like, I still do those type of juices, except that when I actually did some research on celery juice, it is best when it's utilized on its own. So it works the best. And well, I will say this is that if you are going to use celery juice, use it in the morning. Okay, so you want to drink about 16 to 24 ounces. 16 ounces is just for normal, okay? Now, it did say on there when I looked it up, it did say for people who are dealing with, you know, rare diseases and conditions, they recommended 24 ounces, or 24 to 32 ounces of celery juice in the morning. First thing you want to drink in the morning, okay? And you want to wait about 15 minutes before you eat anything, okay? So drink your celery juice in the morning on an empty stomach. Don't eat anything for about 15 minutes or so, and I guarantee you're gonna be going to the bathroom. Now, it is great. As far as it doesn't really help me smell any better. I do feel like I do smell the celery juice coming out, and I can smell it in my breath sometimes, and I can smell it on my body. So I think because of the high, you know, chlorophyll that's in it, it does help you freshen up the body. It's just, it's not strong enough, or maybe it is, but after time from consuming it. So I personally have only been consuming it for about a whole month, and I will say that there are plenty of benefits to it though. Clearer skin, and flatter tummy. Like I said, and that's because, you know, it gets you going to the bathroom. It's very high in fiber, and so yeah, and it helps you break down proteins. So that's a plus for those of us who eat meat still. It's gonna help you break down the proteins and help you go to the bathroom. It does help you, you know, just get rid of a lot of the waste that's probably been backed up for a while. So that is just something that I definitely recommend you guys start doing. I know there is a girl named Jess who cured herself by drinking celery juice, which I think is absolutely awesome. I don't know how intense her case of TMAU was. I can tell you guys that mine is very strong, and I have had zero luck with anything. Okay, I do take probiotics daily. I exercise. I try to eat very healthy. There are days where I fall off the wagon, just like anybody and everybody. I keep that real with you guys always, and I always will. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys like, oh, I've been doing this and I've been doing that and it's been working for me, because no, like a lot of these things I do and I stick to because I know in the long run it's going to benefit me, but it doesn't necessarily take away my symptoms. It doesn't cure the smell. It hasn't cured the smell. Do I believe it will help me cure the smell? Maybe one day, yes, if I stick to it. But it hasn't yet. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I drink celery juice and my symptoms are gone, or I drink kombucha and my symptoms are gone. It helps my symptoms. That's it. And so if it can help you guys, you know, hey, I would love to share this information with you guys, because everybody is different. Everybody's case is different. You might be healed drinking celery juice for 30 days, 60 days, a year. I don't know, you know. You might be healed drinking kombucha in a month, 2 months, a few months. Like, but anything, I think consistency is, you know, the number one thing. Now I will recommend you guys getting a juicer. I don't have anything super expensive. You guys know I'm in the ghetto. So I personally use the Hamilton Beach juicer from Walmart, which I think ran me about $50. So nothing crazy fancy. I don't have no fancy Ninja, or I would love one of those, and I will probably invest in one of those in the future, but like right now I don't. The Hamilton Beach is getting me by, and that's good. That's all I need. But yeah, so you guys don't have to run out and get no crazy fancy equipment. Okay guys, just I do recommend you getting a juicer though, because it did, when I read about, you know, the celery juice and just juicing in general, it's best to get cold pressed, or drink the cold pressed juice. And you know, when you blend it, it doesn't always break down, and so it's not going to work the same way. You're not going to reap the full benefits of it. So like I said, do invest in a juicer if you can and when you can. Okay, again, don't get anything fancy. But yeah, so there's that. I did go to a physician, or I found a physician recently who has been working with me, and I am happy, but she doesn't know a whole lot about this condition. So I went into her office recently because I have been dealing with stomach issues, and my ulcers have been really bad again, and it typically happens during menstruation for some crazy reason. I don't know why. But I went into her office because of ulcers, and I was like, you know what the hell? She works with the stomach, and she actually might know, like, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring up my concerns about the odors, okay? So I told her nurse that, hey, I really want to address something else that I'm dealing with, and it makes me super insecure, and I just want to see if she can give me some insight on it. So I told the nurse, I'm like, hey, you know, every day I wake up, I smell like fish. During my period, it's 10 times intensified. And I was actually on my period when I was at the doctor's office. So I told her, I was like, you know, it's in my breath, it's in my sweat, it's in my body fluids. I smell it. It gets very intensified when I'm on my period. It makes me super insecure. I don't know what it is I'm dealing with. I don't know if it's bacteria. I don't know. I just need to see if she can help me kind of understand what I'm dealing with. So nurse walks out, physician walks in, and she's like, without me even mentioning TMAU to her, guys, okay, at all, she said, hey honey, I think you are dealing with this condition. She had printed out some paperwork, and on the paperwork it was TMAU. And I was like, yes, I too believe I'm dealing with TMAU. And she said, oh great, you are aware of what it is. I said, yeah. She was immensely surprised that I was so educated on the topic of TMAU, what I had already been doing for myself. And so she was like, wow, you actually probably know more than I do about this topic. She said, but I really want to work with you, and I really want to help you relieve some of these symptoms. She was like, so, you know, I'm going to try to do my research. She has a colleague that is actually based out in Kansas City that deals with like rare diseases and conditions. And she said, I'm going to reach out to her to try to get us some more knowledge on this subject for you. She goes, but I know you know probably a whole lot more, and you're probably doing everything you can already do, which obviously I am. But I said, yeah, you know, whatever you can, you know, come across for me is, you know, just greatly appreciated. She did prescribe some things to me that, you know, most of us already take, like activated charcoal. You know, I am supposed to take this 260 milligram capsule 3 times a day, twice a day, as directed for 10 days. And typically you want to take this 2 to 3 hours before your meals, okay? It's supposed to block the bacteria and, you know, all that stuff, the odors. B2. So I take this 1 tablet 5 times a day before meals. Now the thing with charcoal is you can't take this with it's not recommended that you take this and this at the same time, like any vitamin, any supplement, any other medication, because the charcoal is gonna kind of deactivate the potency of anything that you're taking. So you do want, again, you want to take that a few hours before you take anything else, and before the meals. So, but yeah, so I've actually just been taking these things again. I do take a probiotic daily as well. And so those are just some of the things that, you know, I've been utilizing, along with drinking kombucha and, you know, just sticking to salads. I stick to pretty much what I do is I have my bowl of oatmeal in the morning, because again, oats are really good for the body, is like with fiber, and I don't want to lose a whole lot of weight, guys. I know I've expressed this like a number of different times, and I'm just, you know, I'm so insecure with the smells, but I'm also insecure because I lose a ton of weight dieting, and I've lost a lot of weight dieting. And, you know, I used to be a whole lot healthier looking, fuller looking. In the past, you know, maybe my gut was a little big and I had the fupa going on, and, you know, I could have definitely just, you know, with exercise, you know, toned myself up a little bit better. But in all honesty, the face being fuller, the body being fuller, like, I just felt really good about myself back then. And now I just feel like, I feel like I look sickly. And I hate that, you know, I hate that I have to look sickly because I have this condition that I can't enjoy food anymore. And I just really want to enjoy meals again. Like, I want to enjoy eating normal crap. You know, I want to be normal like everybody else. I want to enjoy a hamburger, a steak, you know, chicken. Just chicken, man. Like, I want to eat. And I eat chicken and turkey, guys. Like, I do eat that. I eat, you know, ground turkey. I eat little pork turkey things, and not pork. Oh my gosh, pork turkey. No, pork not pork at all. I don't eat pork. Sorry. That I cut that out like years ago. I actually don't eat pork because pork is extremely bad. Like, just bad. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a lot of stuff in pork that, like worms and stuff that and it never fully cooks, I guess. I don't know. I never really knew how bad pork was for you until like I actually, started learning more and more about why people don't eat pork. And since I kind of did some research on it, I'm just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I don't even eat that stuff anymore. But yeah, so I ate some turkey chops that look like pork chops, and that's why I keep saying turkey pork. But it's like turkey chops. They look like little, pork chops, but they're just turkey. So I eat those. I actually like those. They're pretty good. And then during the work week, I just consume salads at work. That's it. Like, literally no dressing. The only dressing I utilize is olive oil, and I use a lemon, and I'll use some herbs. So I use things like parsley, rosemary, and thyme, and then just kosher salt and pepper. So that I just use in my salads, and I dress that like that. I'll usually put spinach and like a mixed greens for a salad. And I take a huge salad, so it's like just a huge salad to work, and that's what I eat. And it's not very fulfilling, guys. So during, and the bad thing about it is that during the evenings when I get off from work and I come home, I'll have a turkey sandwich. Sometimes I will allow myself to have a salad with some fresh turkey from the deli in there, like just chopped up a little bit of turkey, not a whole lot, just maybe about like half a cup of turkey or so, just so I can feel a little bit more fulfilled. I do work in a very I work really hard, okay, you guys. I've told you guys multiple times, like, I work at a packing plant. So I bust my butt, and it takes a lot of energy out of me. So I'm very hungry at work, and so I try to fill myself up on first break with just water or kombucha, or sometimes celery juice. But it's rough, guys. Shakes. And then for my meal, my lunch break, I'll eat my salad. But that's very stressful on the body. And so, like, when I come home after work, I will, divulge in stuff that I know I shouldn't have sometimes, because I'm just like hungry. Or sometimes I'll just come home and I'll eat a big bowl of oatmeal, because that's like the only real solid thing that I eat these days, until the weekends. So, like, I just had this weekend off, and that's why I'm trying to find the time to make a video for you guys. I don't make videos consistently, and I do apologize, guys, but when you work 6 days a week and you have kids and you have to clean, and when you get days off, you don't really want to do anything other than get out of the house and, go have fun. So that's what we do. We go as a family, and we go for walks, and we go shopping, and we go out to eat. So I will allow myself to go out to eat, and like just yesterday, we went to Applebee's, and we had, a meal as a family, and the kids had steak and, mashed potatoes and ribs, and me and my son and my daughter actually had salmon. We had some salmon, and we had loaded mashed potatoes, which I know are not good for me, guys. And it's just like, but I crave things just like everybody else. Like, I want good food, and I want to eat good, and I want to, be fulfilled and feel happy and content. Comfort food, man. I want comfort things, I grilled today for them. We made some salmon again. We grilled some salmon. We grilled some chicken. I made them some sausages with barbecue sauce. I made them mashed potatoes. I made myself a sweet potato, baked sweet potato, and we made some asparagus and a big salad. So I do, even when I try to like not, even when I don't eat healthy per se, I try not to eat fast food, and I try to eat clean. So I do cook my meals, and I do eat meat. I allow myself meat on the weekends, guys. I do allow myself things because I know my body needs that, and I would love to try a raw vegan diet. I just don't have the discipline in me yet. And it's just like anything else. It's just like committing to exercise, committing to, you know, stopping anything that you're addicted to, whether that's drugs or anything in general. You have to want to do it. And you have to mentally prepare yourself to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to be, you're not going to be successful at it, you know? And that's just the raw, hard truth about it. It's just, it's hard. But anyways, I am, basically, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around in a second here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, because the water is boiling now, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the things you're going to need. And I will show you the process of how I make this kombucha, okay? Okay, real quick, guys, I want to kind of go over what you're going to need as far as the kombucha goes. So you're going to need your glass jars. Like I said, I stopped using the gallon ones and started using the little half-gallon ones just because they were, you know, easier to have more room in the trailer. You're going to need some drinking water, preferably spring water, filtered water. You are going to need some of your starter tea from your previous batch. Now, when you order your SCOBY, it's going to come with starter tea, okay? So you're going to have about a 1/3 cup of starter tea with your SCOBY. I don't have a measuring cup, guys. I use this little jar. I am a season to taste cooker. I learned how to cook at the age of 9. I unfortunately grew up in a household where my parents were addicts, and I had to learn how to fend for myself and feed my brothers and sisters at a very young age. That is a story that I want to share with you guys in the future, but for now I'm going to go ahead and stick to topic, okay? I took the boiling water and I basically put in 6 bags of the black tea. Okay, you're gonna let that steep. So once the water starts boiling, you're gonna stop the water. You're gonna go ahead and throw your tea bags in there, and you're gonna let that steep for about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? You're also gonna need some pure cane sugar. Please excuse my stove. I have not finished cleaning it yet. As I told you guys earlier, I did cook some stuff earlier, you know, so I do still need to clean. I knew I was gonna make this tea for you guys, so I was like, you know what? Yes, I want to do the video with like a really clean stove, but I'm gonna make this tea and I'm gonna use the stove again. So let me just go ahead and, you know, knock this stuff out real quick, and then, you know, we'll go ahead and clean up, because I got to still clean up all this crud too anyway. So but yeah, those are the items you're gonna need, okay? If you don't have access to drinking water per se, or any of that stuff, what I can say is go ahead and utilize some tap water, but make sure you guys boil it and strain it so that way you get any impurities out of it, okay? Because you don't want any of that. There's a lot of lead and like just chlorine and things in regular tap water that you don't want in your tea, okay? You want your tea to be as clean and as good as you guys can get it, so that way you reap the real benefits of it. Once this is cooled down, you gotta let this cool down, because you don't want to burn your tea, your starter tea up, okay? You don't want to hurt your SCOBY either. So we're gonna go ahead and just let this steep, and once it's cool to touch, the pan is pretty much cool to touch, and I know the tea is cooled off in there, then I will go ahead and throw it together. But for now, I'll come back to that, okay guys? Okay, so I'm back with the tea. I essentially basically just removed the tea bags, went ahead and put the tea in the jar, and told you guys before I was gonna add about a 1/3 cup of sugar. So that's what I'm doing, adding that in. Give it a quick little stir. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and cover that with a bandana and forget about it for about a month. That's as easy as that. Hey guys, so before I forget, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on a few things that I had mentioned in the beginning of the video that I sometimes, you know, always forget and somehow get off topic because I just start blabbing and jumping from stuff to stuff with you guys. And so I wanted to just let you guys give you guys some information about my friends' channels. And like I mentioned before, it would mean a lot to me if you guys would, you know, actually go out and check out their channels, or, you know, just even engage with them as well. You know, we're all kind of this family, and we kind of all just need support with each other. And if we make friends and meet new friends, it's just a plus for everybody, right? So Zach's channel is TMAU Up Podcast, so go ahead and check him out. He is the one, like I said before, who is wanting and willing to help other sufferers find remote jobs. So if you are in a regular job force like me, and you're going through constant ridicule, and, you know, it's just not for you anymore, he can help you guys and is willing to help you guys, you know, find remote work. So, and then not only that, but like his channel and Guana's channel, I really honestly, I can't remember. I wanted to say it was like They Call Me Cute, but I don't think so. I don't remember exactly what her channel is called, and I do apologize. I'll have to reach out to her on the WhatsApp group and get her information. But they're true inspirations to me in the sense that they are not letting this condition stop them from living life and having fun. Whereas myself, I will self-seclude, and I have trouble doing the simplest of things like going to the grocery store or paying my bills. I do struggle with going out to eat with my kids and going shopping, and you know, I get social anxiety, and if I start having a panic attack, I'm like, let's go guys. I can't be in the store, let's get out of here. Like I will go to Walmart sometimes and I'm just like, let's go. Like I will literally leave everything in my basket and walk out because I get that much social anxiety, and it just eats at me. So, you know, I'm working on that and wanting to be able to be comfortable in public, but sometimes it's hard for me to even do the simplest of things. And these guys are, you know, they're going out and they're going jet skiing and they're going kayaking and, you know, skydiving, and I think it's awesome. Just like Guana herself, she literally goes on, you know, road trips on these trips on her own. Like she's not going with girlfriends, she's not going with family, she's doing it on her own. Like she's going on full-blown, you know, trips, skydiving trips, and you know, different places she's traveling, and I commend her for that. You know, and the same with Zach. You know, he plans to meet fellow sufferers and, you know, travel and do things, and I think it's awesome, you know, that they you know, that they're getting out there and they're showing you guys the lighter side to this condition, and how you can still live life and be happy and somewhat have some sort of normalcy, I guess. Whereas me, you know, I want to be happy, and I should do videos for you guys when I'm out, like, you know, just connecting with nature and just going on walks and things like that, because you know, that's my stress relief, and that's where I feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable doing things indoors. I don't feel comfortable going to the movies anymore, which I used to love going to the movies and, you know, going out for drinks with the girls, or, you know, just enjoying life and being social. And this condition has taken so much from me, and it does take a lot from everybody. So it's affected me in so many different ways that, you know, it's just very hard. So and that was another thing with my doctor. She was just like, I don't want you to become antisocial and self-seclude. And I said, well, that's already happening. So she actually prescribed me antidepressants. So here's my thing with antidepressants, and I am not in any way knocking antidepressants. If you are on antidepressants and they are helping you and you feel good, then continue with that. For me personally, I took antidepressants when I was a pharmacy tech and I was going through depression for other things. As I mentioned before, I grew up in a really tough household. I've been through abusive relationships. I've gone through a lot of stuff that, like, I want to share with you guys eventually in the future. You know, and there's a lot of things to me that make me who I am. And like I said, I love putting myself out there for you guys because I know there are people going through the same situations. I am 38 years old and I've been through a lot. I am the oldest of 6 children. And like I said, I grew up in a household where my parents were addicts, and I had to learn at a very young age responsibility. I had to take care of not just myself, but my siblings for a number of years. Yeah, I just want you guys to know that, like, you know, there's a lot of situations that I can relate to other than just TMAU, and that's why my channel is called Welcome to Lady's Life, because I'm giving you an insight on my life and my personal struggles, not just with TMAU, but with life in general, from good jobs to bad jobs to, you know, having a perfectly good record to having felonies. you know, I have been through a lot. So, you know, in time, you know, I will open up and I will share things with you guys. But as far as antidepressants go, I personally did not like how I felt on antidepressants. I just felt like my symptoms, it helped in some ways, but in a lot of ways, like when I was taking them, I felt worse. So I stopped taking them. And the thing with antidepressants is you can't sometimes just stop certain meds. You know, you have to wean yourself off certain things, and there are immense side effects to taking those type of medications. So once I got off of them, I told myself that I would not get on them, that I would find something natural to help myself. And this is another thing that I'm not going to recommend you guys, because again, you know, some states it's legal, some states it's not legal. When I was living in Colorado, it was legalized, so I would self-medicate with marijuana, and it did help me. It didn't help me with symptoms or anything like that. It helped me in the sense that I wasn't depressed. I was happy. I didn't care. I ate. I did things because I didn't care about, you know, nothing. It made me feel really good. You know, and I didn't feel pain from like my ulcers and things like that. It was like after, and I've actually been clean for quite some time now. And I chose to go ahead and get clean because, you know, I've been having issues with my hands at work, with my hands locking due to the repetitive use of knives, and I'm developing carpal tunnel. So that's like another issue that I have. But it seems like after I stopped, I literally, all these problems began, and I'm like, my ulcers are back, and like, you know, the depression is like times 10, and it's really tough. And you know, I don't, like I said again, I don't, you know, if you guys do self-medicate, you know, that's awesome. And you know, you know, I would love to hear from you guys and see, you know, how that helps you guys, and you know, your intake on it. I do believe in natural medication. So again, like, you know, if there are herbal doctors or anybody who comes across my channel or this, you know, video, and you are familiar with herbs and what herbs to use, and can give me any type of suggestions as far as, you know, herbal teas or, you know, herbal concoctions or tinctures or mixtures or anything in that nature that you think would potentially help me, it would be greatly appreciated. You know, and I'm not talking to scammers or people on there who are portraying to have a miracle cure for this condition, because I don't think there is a miracle cure for this condition. I believe in time, through herbs, eating correctly, you know, probiotics, you know, kombucha, you know, kefir, you will get better. You can cure it. Like I said, there are people in, you know, the TMAU groups and, you know, at the Discord groups and stuff like that, who have cured themselves. So I know that it can be, you know, the battle can be won, but it's a matter of self-discipline again, and, you know, using the right tools. So yeah, so that's just some things that I wanted to kind of just give you guys, you know, some insight on, and kind of just share with you guys. Definitely just wanted to just, again, as always, you know, just thank you guys for always, you know, having my back and supporting me and just being the best viewers ever. Like, honestly, like I said, you guys touch my heart so much. You guys reach out, and you guys are always kind. You guys always know what to say to make me feel better, to uplift my spirits, to keep me pushing, to help me keep making these videos. And just knowing that when I do videos like this and you guys reach out to me, and just knowing like, hey, your story has helped me so much, it really honestly makes me feel great inside. And you know, I just want you guys to know that I do, you know, plan on continuing this channel and growing my platform so that way I can help you guys, like I said, not just in regards to TMAU, but also for those of you who are going through abuse, who have gone through abuse, who were raised in not so good homes, you know? So like if you're young, you're a teen, you're a kid, and you come across my channel and you're like, I am literally going through this in life, you know, and I don't know how, do I have a future to look forward to? Yes, you do. I always get so emotional when I talk to you guys. And it's just because, like I said, it brings up things, and that's why sometimes I don't want to talk about this type of stuff, because it does make me reflect back on, you know, stuff I've gone through in life, and it is very hard. But like recently with the boys that were found in the home, you know, that with the brother that was taking care of them and stuff, and it's like, I lived that. So I know what it's like to have to take care of your siblings and be a grown-up for them, and to have to feed them and help them bathe and be their mother when you're their sister, you know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like to have to go above and beyond what you're supposed to be doing when you're a child yourself. So, and if anybody is going through that situation and you need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to me in regards to that as well, okay? Like, I mean, like I said, if you've gone through abuse and you don't know who to go to, where to reach out to, like, reach out to me, please. I suffered in silence for a number of years in an abusive relationship because I didn't know who to reach out to and where to begin, and I had kids and I didn't want to, you know, leave that situation, and I was scared to leave that situation because I didn't think I could make it on my own. And it's just, there's a lot of things that go through your mind when you know, when you've been through so much, and you know, you have self-doubt and you don't feel worthy, and your self-worth is not where it should be, and your confidence isn't where it should be, and you feel alone, you know, you feel alone in these situations, and it's so heartbreaking. And I know what it's like to not want to be split up from your family, you know, when you're a brother or sister and you don't want to end up in a foster care, and you don't want your brothers and sisters ended up in a foster care because you don't know what household, even though you could live in the shittiest of situations, you don't know where you're going and who they're going to and whose care they're going under, and if they're going to be protected, or are they going to some rapist, or are they going to some, you know, predator's house, or I'm sorry, I know there's certain words I probably can't use, and you know what I mean, I have to be very careful what I say on here, but I completely understand is what I'm saying, and I know as a child what goes through your mind, even as an adult, what goes through your mind when you're going through situations that you don't know how to handle. So again, you guys, I am 100% here for anyone and everyone who is going through just crap in life, okay? It doesn't, like I said, this TMAU is something that I'm dealing with, and it affects me immensely, but it's just one of the things that has made me who I am. It's one of the things that I have suffered through. Just one of the many things that I've suffered through in life, and I've gone through a lot, a lot. So again, if you guys ever just need somebody to just talk to, you know, feel free to email me, reach out to me if you want to, you know, be added to the Discord, the WhatsApp groups, you know, or you want to, even I've made personal friends, and I've given, you know, certain people my phone number, and I talk to them on a daily basis, and I connect with people. I just ask that you guys you're not creepers. You know, I get a lot of people who you know, they reach out to me and they tell me very flattering things, and, you know, I appreciate that. I really do. And there are some that don't go, you know, overboard or anything like that, that I'm not creeped out by or, you know, offended by or anything like that. But I don't want to give people the wrong impression. You know, I even though I'm just single and, you know, stuff like that, it's like, I'm not out here looking for love. I'm not out here, you know, I'm working on myself. I'm a work in progress myself. You know what I mean? I want to get to a point where I am happy, confident, and loving myself first before I even think of trying to love somebody else, because I've got so much crap that I'm working through emotionally, physically, mentally, that I am not prepared to get into a relationship right now. I've been through a few relationships that have really torn me up. So my focus is to learn how to love myself, because that first you have to learn how to do, and before you can actually love somebody else and give them the best of you. So I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got some good information from this video today, and as always, I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so when I do upload, you guys are, you guys know, and you guys can stay up to date. I know I don't post very much, and like I said, I apologize. I live the real life, guys. I wish I could just be a YouTuber and create content all day for you guys. That would be the life, in all honesty, but I have to pay the bills, and YouTube is not paying the bills right now. So unless I get sponsorships in the future, or, you know, my channel just magically grows overnight, you know, maybe I would consider that. But until then, love and blessings, guys. Bye.